Yeah, we're definitely going to have a lot of scenes like this with the wintry conditions and snow that'll be going on. For some areas, some will see rain. We'll kind of turn back to rain or snow and end up with probably some snow and a lot of wind going into Wednesday too. But the other positive with this is temperatures are going to be above freezing for a lot of areas going into Tuesday. Get out and enjoy it because we're not going to get anywhere close to that for the next probably week and a half. Tonight, we still got a little bit of snow pushing across. So the morning commute, there could be a few slick spots given that overnight snow. Plus, with all this low cloud cover, it's just low clouds, not too much clouds above. You might get a little mist with this overall, and if the mist does happen to fall to the ground, these temperatures are cold enough that you could get a little bit of freezing mist. It's a very light precipitation you might see in the morning hour, but it could still create some issues, so something to keep in mind of, just some slick spots overall. Now, the activity that we're really monitoring comes in to the afternoon, and that's why we got the alert day conditions because it's a mess really pretty much everywhere. But if you're looking for the most snowfall, you got to go further north, probably along or north of I-94. But we will have some other issues going on further south. That could be a snow to rain, the rain or even wintry mix. Further south you go, south of I-90, it's mostly going to be a brief period and a very brief period of snow, then turning to rain and then even freezing rain before we warm up above freezing. So it's going to be kind of a messy evening commute, especially that'll be impacted the most. Now, for snowfall, as I mentioned, the highest amounts are further to the north. As you go further south, it tails off pretty quickly too, as south of La Crosse. And some areas may not see much of any type of snowfall really throughout the event, just a little brief period of it too. So not a major event with regards to snow, but still a lot of this is going to fall during the evening commute. And if we look at the ice potential, now we're talking hundredths, not a tenth. A tenth is really when you start getting more serious. But still, this area pretty much just west of the river over to southwest Wisconsin. This is pretty much like 4 p.m. to about 7 p.m. before we get above freezing. You could see some of this, and that could create some slick areas on roadways. Not too much is going to accumulate on surfaces, but slick roads are a possibility, so something to keep in mind of for those areas regardless. So we kind of break this impact down. North of I-90, it's really predominantly a snow event with a brief period, a very brief period maybe of a mix too as temperatures get close to freezing. The winds will be light, but then they'll start picking up breezy as we go to late Tuesday night into Wednesday too. Could see some gusts in the 20s too. Now temperatures get close to freezing, then they'll fall quickly in the 20s as we go into Wednesday. Wednesday, we're just going to see falling temperatures in those areas and probably be near the low teens as we get to Wednesday afternoon or evening. As we kind of break it up between I-90 and 94, it's a little bit different. It's a mix to then rain before we actually see a little bit of a break before then we see snow kind of rotating around the low. That would be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Not a lot of accumulation with this. Winds will be a little bit stronger here. We probably have breezy 15 to 20, especially Tuesday night through Wednesday with some gusts a little bit higher. So the morning commute could be dealing with that. And temperatures could get all the way up to the mid-20s, mid-30s at the peak at about midnight, and then falling into the 20s by Wednesday, and they'll really just continue to fall throughout Wednesday. It gets colder. Now, if you're south of I-90, it's a little different story too. A brief period of snow mix, and then it's going to be rain turning probably Tuesday evening as we climb up with a brief period there, and then maybe a little snow after midnight through the morning commute, but not a lot of snow. The wind will be the bigger issue, especially west of the river, 20 to 25 gusts to maybe 30 Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. That'll be the main story out there, and then they'll kind of die off a little bit. And once again, we could get to the upper 30s around midnight. That would be the peak of the temperatures before we fall. So that kind of breaks down what we're looking at. Of course, this could change. There's all your winter weather advisories too. Winter storm watches on the left side, and they actually upgraded that one east of the area to a winter storm warning for the snowfall in that area too. The big story after that is a series of snow showers on Thursday, Friday, which we could see a little accumulation with either of those two, but then the temperatures are the bigger story. Yes, teens below zero going into probably Sunday morning. Some areas could be 20 below for temperatures overnight. And yes, Saturday, we may barely get above zero. So it's going to be a cold weekend.
On that Saturday.
Yes, not records. Yeah. Records are in the 20s, a little bit colder, but still with the wind chill Friday and Saturday, we could see wind chills potentially getting close to 30 below at times.
Stay inside, guys, those days.
We got a messy Tuesday, and then, yeah, we'll deal with, we'll have more info on the cold, bitterly cold a little bit later.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Greg.